Right, everybody. Welcome. Got a really serious stream tonight. We're going to be. Hold on, let me mute this. NJ, Josiah, how are you?
Good evening.
Welcome. Two very nice gentlemen hopping on. Bucket Boy, I see you down there in DFK. This is a really super serious topic tonight and a super serious stream. So if you guys can like turn your camera on and give me a thumbs up if you guys are cool with coming on panel and just not making a mockery of a serious topic. All right, I got one from Bucket. I don't have one from DFK, and I know he has a camera, so Bucket, are you good audio-wise?
Yes, I am. How am I
All right.
sounding?
I'm trusting you too. This is a serious topic, okay? You sound horrible, by the way. Let me mute you until you figure that out. So, cyberstalking. What is cyberstalking? The repeated use of electronic communications to harass or frighten someone, for example, by sending threatening emails. It goes beyond that. It goes text messages, etc. This is a everyday occurrence. This is a hot topic that isn't getting discussed enough. Josiah, your thoughts on cyberstalking?
Cyberstalking is serious. I take it seriously. First of all, I don't use my computer for any participation on the internet as far as live streams, YouTube, none of that.
Bucket, hold on. Bucket, your audio is not working right now. So give me a thumbs up down there when you're good with your audio. You're having the same headphone connection issues, which is common, my guy. You're good. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go, as I'll flash up the laws on the stats on cyberstalking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I don't, I have a Facebook account, but it's only with my family, and it's limited to them.
Mm-hmm.
When I post to their account, no one on their account can see my post except them. So I have complete control over who sees what I post.
So let's go over. Let me add Bucket. Bucket, you good now? You're on mute, so I think you're good. He's a professional at this. He's going to work it out.
Check 1, 1, 2.
Much better. I hear a little feedback still, my guy.
Let me be back.
All right, I appreciate you. Stay tuned, everybody. Do not unsubscribe or tune off. Bucket Boy will be back. Everybody calm down. I'm already getting a hate email if he jumps off. All right, although there is no comprehensive nationwide data on the extent of cyber stalking in the United States, some ISPs compile statistics on the number of types of complaints of harassment and or threats involving their subscribers, and individual law enforcement agencies have compiled helpful stats. There is, moreover, a growing amount of anecdotal and informal evidence on the nature and extent of cyberstalking. Let's kind of go with this is according to the National Violence Against Women Survey in the United States. 1 out of 12 women, 8.2 million, and 1 out of every 45 men, 2 million, have been stalked at some point in their lives. Again, I'm going to repeat that. 1 out of every 12 women, which is 8.2 million, and 1 out of every 45 men, which is 2 million, have been stalked at some point in their lives. 1% of all women and 0.4% of all men were stalked during the preceding 12 months. Women are far more likely to be victims of stalking than men. Nearly 4 out of 5 of the stalking victims are women. Men are far more likely to be like stalkers. 87% of the stalkers identified by victims in the survey were men. NJ Diver, this is not looking good for men right now.
No, but statistics can be manipulated.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if those statistics would actually hold true, because it's like, as far as like domestic violence goes, the number of women that complain about that, the number of men that complain about that is different, because men have this fucking just hereditary ego that, no, it didn't happen to me. I will never admit that it happened to me.
Yeah.
So those numbers might be fudged just a little bit because of that.
I mean, but we also need to focus on the unreported crimes. We also have to report on, the women that are too embarrassed to come forward to law enforcement and admit that this is a problem. It's kind
And
of like the rape statistics. Like, you're only seeing what's reported, you're not seeing what actually happened.
yeah, and with that in mind, how many men are going to say that they were stalked and harassed and beat the hell up by a woman? Whereas
It's
women,
happened.
yeah, it's expected, but the men are in that same scenario are more embarrassed about it that happened to them,
Right.
so they don't report it. Someone's got an echo.
Bucket, you still have an echo.
I'll be back.
You're breaking my heart, Bucket. Although let's look at this. Federal law provides some tools to combat cyber stalking under 18 U.S.C. 875C. It is a federal crime punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000 to transmit any communication in interstate or foreign commerce containing a threat to injure the person or of another. Section 875C applies to any communication actually transmitted in interstate or foreign commerce. Thus, it includes threats transmitted interstate or foreign commerce via telephone, email, beepers, or the internet. This is a statute in which Jake Barker was charged on that. Don't know who that is. NJ Diver, do you know who that is?
Check one.
You're
1
good.
2.
So, Bill Clinton signed a bill into law on October 98 that protects children against stalking, online stalking, which is great for that to happen. But yeah, there's the law of it. Yes, thank you, Tim Berry. 1K subs. M-Star. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody for helping me get to the 1K sub mark. I greatly appreciate. I see a lot of the same faces when I had 20 subs, like DFK, Murpha, Jess H, Johnny D. So big shout out to the
That annoying
loyalists.
fat ass talking.
Well, me and you were fighting during that my channel period, so fuck off. I'm just kidding. Thank you to Bucket as well. Bucket is
Within 48 hours though, didn't you?
Bucket and NJ as well has been around since day one. A lot of people in the chat have been, and welcome to the people who are new. Hang out and subscribe, and let's hope I entertain and educate you. And yeah, thanks to people that have been supportive on their community page and have promoted me as well, like DPN and Liberty Bird and people like that. Big shout out to
I,
them.
for one, had withdrawals when you got shut down.
Yeah, Masshole Report. Thank you to the squad over there. Big shout out to them. And yeah, it was scary when I got shut down, but I think the overwhelming support and a lot of the relationships I built from having a dead channel was key to my progression, because 99% of the people thought what happened to me was wrong, and they supported me and they had my back. And these are perfect strangers. Oh, Bucket, you're still echoing. Get those headphones in, my guy. Get those headphones in. I want
to see the smoke echo.
Bucket, you're good, brother. You're just having some technical issues. Breathe, brother. You're good. All right? We will get through it. We just started the show, so you're good, Bucket. You have a front row seat the whole fucking time, my guy. Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people, really wowed me by giving a shit about someone who had like 200 subs, at the time when my channel got shut down. And over 100 plus videos you see the work that's being put in to entertain you all. And I don't have a squad.
Coming up with actual original content.
Yeah.
Something a lot of them do not do.
Which is hard. I mean, the behind the scenes work is not mentioned enough with me. I mean, I put a lot of prep and work into it. You can see in the Streamlabs, things are popping up every few minutes. That's, that stuff's got to be programmed and researched, etc. And a lot of work is put into the product before I go live. I've never, I started on a channel that would essentially turn, and DFK, because you were there. They would turn the live feed on and beg people to come up and for content, and they would rely heavily on others. And the chat is doing enough by subscribing, liking, and sharing and commenting. Let's not beg.
Here's one of the biggest compliments I could give you, Sancho, is you have an idea of what you're going to go in with. You don't come up just trying to figure it out at that time.
Right.
You have an idea in mind at the start, from the
Right.
get-go. And there have been things that you have done on your streams that everyone else is now starting to try and copy. Like the little countdown timer leading into it.
Well,
You
that's a
look for someone that
StreamYard.
everything
Well,
do that, and
no.
now
That's a built-in StreamYard thing. So that's nothing to do with me. Everyone has
right.
that capability on StreamYard. So
Then
I
I,
don't want to.
I retract that compliment
Yeah.
from you. I thought that was your idea. And then I see
Well,
everybody else.
I
like,
mean,
what the
yeah, we
fuck?
don't have to tell anybody that. I mean, let's just go with that narrative that they all copied me still. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just
El
kidding.
Santo,
everybody.
but you are proceeding with an end goal. And that's what other channels aren't doing. There is no end goal. They're entertainment. I believe that you're headed towards having your own talk show.
Right.
Well, I think Sancho's end goal is to actually rule the entire world.
I want to entertain people, honestly. I want to be an escape for you to get your mind off whatever problems you have in this very
And I got to
cold
start
world.
my camera because I got this big, beautiful sweetheart just wanting to
Oh,
be in here
you,
and
you know how to get to me. You know
He
how
wants
to
to be
get.
in here and
Go
Come
ahead.
here. Minnie,
Kev,
come here.
Kev,
Come here.
come on up.
Come here, sweet girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Look at that.
There she is. There
Give both of them love, not just one
There
of them.
she
No,
is.
there's two of them
Oh,
in the
no.
room.
Yeah, I could not love this one without loving the little one.
Yeah,
Little one
there
is
you go.
just
Come on, take
imminently
turns. Let's do a
jealous.
train on DFK, everybody. Come on, there
He's
you go. Rub that
imminently
belly.
Jealous.
That's what I'm talking about.
I've had him for 11 years now. He gets jealous every time I love on her.
You have
I love
to.
on him, she's okay with it. But if I love on her, he gets jealous.
Yeah, I definitely will highlight this with CFW. You know, when my channel got shut down, it gave me the opportunity to get to know Carolina and not CFW, get to know the human being, and we spoke like humans and have gotten along ever since and have a lot in common. And she's changing her ways as well. And big shout out to CFW. I thought she was amazing during the funeral, and yeah, absolutely. You know, a big shout out to her. And I'm gonna leave people out, and I'm sorry if I do so. You know, it's gonna happen, but there's just so many to thank, and you know, I'm greatly appreciative. Michael Malloy was one of them. I was on his show the first day I launched my channel and announced I launched my channel, and he helped me get a couple subs that way, and those are my first subs I ever had. So, you know, I want to thank him as well. You know, and I want to thank Bucket Boy for just existing. Are you good, Bucket?
Bucket Boy needs mad shout outs, mad props, because he was able to spring the trap. I'm sorry, that's got to be the most viral video on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
The best possible episode of Bully Beatdown.
Right.
That was just, I'm sorry, that was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, I got it out of my system. It's closure for me. It's something
And-
I can move on now, and
And the sound clip that came out of that,
right.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Irate children.
yeah. The one at the
Irate
end.
children.
Yeah, that was. Don't do that, man. Don't. Now there's a sound clip of you saying that shit, man. What are you doing? Learn from this situation.
Oh shit, you gonna soundbite me?
And you're recorded, man. Anyone can soundbite you
Jesus
saying
Christ.
shit. Come on,
I said-
man.
I did say that was one of the best things to come out of that. So there was a predecessor in that.
Right. Yeah. So. Wow, that threw me off.
Sorry,
NJ
my guy.
Diver. NJ Diver. What's your thoughts on the topic tonight of cyberstalking and wiretapping?
Yeah, there's 50 different statutes on wiretapping.
Yep, we're gonna go through some of them. We're gonna go through some of them. I got a little lost right here. Bucket Boy, you good?
Hey Sancho, I'm gonna put something in private chat because I think it's gonna be the best place to start this because I don't know the outtakes on this, so I'm gonna put it in private chat.
All right, so let's talk about cyberstalking with women because they're usually the target of cyberstalking. So let's look at the stats, the facts, all that good stuff right now. This was about a year ago. Can you guys see that really good? Because I got multiple screens. Let me blow it up. Hold on. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. With the bloom of social media, it create. Oh, Bucket's back. All right, one more time. Bucket, you back, my guy? Talk. Papito. Vamos. Talk. George Savage, thank you. Audit everywhere. Hello. Anarchist, what's up? Bucket, you back, my guy? He's having some technical issues, potentially banging his head right now, so I'm not letting anyone see that. This is a serious stream right now. You're good, Bucket Man. You're having technical issues.
My
There's no
headphones
reason to
ain't
beat
fixed. No,
yourself
I'm
up.
trying to get my headphones connected to the phone, but the phone
You're
won't
back.
connect to the
You're
phone.
good. You're good. Welcome back.
Yeah, but I can't hear you through my headphones.
Okay, but I can hear you right now. How come this doesn't happen to Wolf Blitzer, guys?
All right, how about now? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. All right, can you sit back and listen to the stats of women right now? More than 1 million women and 370,000 men are stalked annually in the United States. An astonishing 1 in 12 women and 1 in 45 men will be stalked in their lifetimes. The average duration of stalking is nearly 2 years and even longer if the stalking involves intimate partners. Within the past 12 months, 9.3 million Americans were victims of identity theft. Identity theft is often present in situations of domestic abuse and can become a form of economic abuse once the woman has left her partner. 1.5 million of those reporting identity thefts in 2004 also reported that they suffered from domestic abuse and harassment from their exes. National figures show victims of cyberstalking tend to be females, as we discussed, during the college ages of 18 to 29, but women are not the only targets. A survey of 765 students at Rutgers University found that and University of Pennsylvania found 45% of stalkers to be female. Female. University of Pennsylvania, female stalkers. And Rutgers University.
I believe that.
National figures show most stalkers to be male by overwhelming margins, 87%. Men represent over 40% of stalking victims in Penn Rutgers study. Yeah, this is a problem. Let's talk about, the FBI reports that domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women between the ages of 15 to 44. More than car accidents, muggings, and rapes combined, cyberstalking provides astonishingly easy and cheap tools for an abuser to locate women who have tried to move away or go into hiding. They prey on emotions, they prey on vulnerability.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
the thing
because there's
is,
too much
too,
info
though,
available on the internet, in my opinion.
but not even that, though. I seen it the other way around as well, where the girl could be manipulating the guy and
Okay.
Yeah.
trying to like. All right, for instance, my cousin
Right.
had a kid with this chick.
Okay.
He tried giving her multiple chances. Now he
Okay.
told her to go fly a kite because they lost the kid and whatnot, and he's trying to get away from her. And every single morning, all day long, he's getting blown up, blown up, blown up, blown up. So it's just like, how much is it really a man thing and not a woman thing? I think it's more closer percentages of being both than anything.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's just that I think men are more likely to disregard that because their ego gets in the way of saying that that's happening to them. But I think Facebook has a lot to do with it because
Bucket.
if you have somebody's name and you know where they live or somewhere close, you can just like do a search on Facebook and you can track people down that way.
Right.
I mean, it's just incredible how much information you can find with a name and a location. Even just the first name, you don't even need the last name. Last name, yeah, that makes it a whole lot easier. But even
Yep.
just the first name, if you're willing to put the time in, you can find anybody if they have Facebook.
Is it fair to say that when the internet became a thing, everybody absolutely loved it, and a lot of them still do, but now are at the realization of that the internet's a dangerous place?
Oh,
the
it's
internet.
a very dangerous place. I set up a PayPal account somewhat recently. I had to replace my bank card today because I had a fraudulent charge for somebody out of frickin' Norfolk, Virginia.
Really?
I've used my PayPal twice in the 4 months I've had it set up, twice, and that was to donate to two other YouTubers. Won't go
Son
into
of a
who.
gun, DFK, so
But
you put
I
me back in
looked at my
jail?
bank statement the other day
Hold
because I
on, hold on.
deposited a check. It was a refund check from my homeowner's insurance, which I recently changed. It was supposed to go to my mortgage company, but they sent it to me. So I
Right.
had to go to the bank, put it in, and then send that to my mortgage company today. And I checked my bank statement yesterday while I was at work on my break, and I saw a balance that was just really weird. It's like, oh, fine. Did my check to the IRS post? Go in there and look, nope, 73.90 to Wave on Waters. It's like, what the fuck is this? So I
Right.
had to call my customer service at my bank, report a fraudulent activity.
Right.
They put a stop on my card. I had to go get that replaced today, and then it went to somebody out of Norfolk, Virginia, is who ordered this shit.
Right.
So I sent a dispute claim to PayPal to say,
Right. Oh shit! What the fuck is going on
right.
tonight? What the hell, people?
No, that was my phone.
Are you okay?
I had to send a dispute thing to PayPal and say this is fraudulent. It was not me. Don't know what was ordered. Don't know who ordered it, but it was
Right.
definitely not me.
Right.
And I finally looked at the website for this place the shit was ordered from. There is no phone numbers for me to be able to call them and say, hey, I've got a reference number that from something that was ordered from you.
Time out.
And if
Time out.
you,
Bucket. Can you go on mute when you do the bubbles? Because I'm trying to read some serious shit on cyberstalking and wiretapping, and all I hear is bubbles. Thank you.
and it's like if they had a phone number, I would call them up immediately and say, I have a reference number for a sale that happened on your website. This is what it is. If you have not already sent it, don't send it because it's a fraudulent activity. It has been reported to my bank. It
Yeah.
has been reported to PayPal. So that would stop you losing anything out of this.
Yeah.
I've got money tied up in the meantime because of
Right.
it, but you will not be on anything because once you send it, you're
Right.
not going to get it back.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's the fear we have with PayPal. It's a fear
Oh,
we
and I
have
did post
with.
that thing in private chat for you, Sancho. I don't know if you saw it or not, but
I'm
if you haven't,
multitasking as fuck right now. I'm
I know.
multitasking as fuck.
I
right
understand because you're a busy man. You're a
now.
busy
Heard
man, my
about
guy.
this? Yeah, no, I've known about that before. Yeah,
Okay, well,
we use that a lot. That's a
I
well-known
just
thing.
found out about that today, and there is a lot of good stuff there. It's like I didn't
Yeah.
want to just like dump that link in the open chat. I wanted
Yeah.
you to review that and approve it, and if you feel that that's something that is a
No,
good thing,
that's
then you
fine,
have
man.
ultimate control.
That's fine, man. I'm just trying to stick to the topic for the night. You know what I'm saying? So
I would like to say something about cyberstalking and women.
please.
I believe
Please
that
do.
women are much more dangerous and vicious than men. Women want total revenge.
Right.
And men, when they cyberstalk like women that
Right.
they've broken up with, it's more of an emotional thing. But women will come after a man.
Right.
I
And
mean,
that's, oh,
like
go ahead.
a woman's fury. I mean, like I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Well, it
And that's,
depends what state the female's in. If they're in a vulnerable state, there's no fury. There's vulnerability. You know,
True.
and that's the
well, the
biggest
thing is,
preying
though,
part. You know.
the thing is, too, though, do you guys not see in some states, because I see it alone in mine, that they favor the woman a lot of the times in those cases?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't favor the woman at times, but
Right.
I think when it becomes between a man and a woman,
Right.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna favor the woman's side, and that guy's gonna go to jail. And
Okay.
it could have been her beating the crap out of him.
Right.
Yes, and I've seen that quite a few times too. And again, I think a lot of that stems down to like the male ego. Oh no, this 95-pound woman did not beat the crap out of my 230-pound self. It did not happen. Men are more in denial about that shit because they don't want to admit that shit happened.
Right.
And as far as cyber stalking goes, I'm sorry to say, but it seems like a lot of it gets down to elementary kids.
No, it's adults as well. It's
Yeah,
Oh
definitely
yeah,
It's definitely
I
adults.
think a lot of elementary school kids do the cyber stalking. And I mean,
Oh
they're
no! That's not even a fact. Where would you get that from? Elementary
No,
kids are
it's
doing most of the
bullying.
stalking.
It's bullying. Kids in school bully.
That's
Right.
oh,
cyberbullying. That's
sorry,
Like
cyberbullying.
like cyberbullying does happen between adolescents. Is
sorry,
that what
my
you're?
bad, my bad. No, we're talking cyber stalking as opposed to cyber bullying. My bad.
Yeah.
Good.
No, you're good.
All right, never mind. Disregard, please.
No, that's okay, but kids bully. I mean,
Right.
I was a teacher, and kids do bully other kids
Right.
to the point of suicide. It's not
Yeah. I
a
was bullied. I was bullied. I told Bucket this. I was bullied extensively. I grew up with a speech impediment, and I've had my head flushed down a toilet before. It's not fun. And it was a difficult time for me that could have either made me or break me. And it definitely made me a stronger person today, which is what adversity is. And you have the ability to overcome adversity if you really put your mind to it. And there's so many examples of people who have looked adversity in the face and have just laughed, and those are the people that have inspired me to keep on trucking and not let bullying overcome you and eventually turn into what I am now, someone who bullies the bullies, you know, and
That's
that's
why.
you know
That's
And
why they didn't like
thankfully,
me
I
in
have been
school.
large enough in stature my entire life to
right.
where I've never had my head flushed down a toilet or thrown in a dumpster when I was in high school. I mean, going in as a freshman, I was bigger than most seniors. I've always
Yeah,
been large in stature, so thankfully for me, that stopped a lot of it.
right. I mean, I wasn't. I bulked up later in life. I mean, at the time, I was a skinny kid, poor kid. You know what I'm saying? Was a loner essentially because I didn't talk because of the speech impediment. So it was a little bit different that way. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to cyberbullying. Is it real or fake? Look at the
Cyber
apps on
stalking.
cyber stalking. Look at the apps on the social media. Is it real or fake? There are many apps that people can use to create fake text messages that look real. Very, very creepy the way they have this with these apps. They can create, send, and even take snapshots of a text message that looks like it comes from another person, email address or cell phone number. Here's an example of it. We're going to look at this one as well for
Text now, for
cyberbullying.
example.
This is a really big example bucket because we look at the side effects of it, what's used with it: anxiety, intimidation, discredit, harassment, attack, abuse, lies, and disrespect and threats. I mean, that's what breaks an individual down. That's what breaks a human being down to their absolute core of nothing, where this individual then white knights to bring that person back up. And that's how they have them. That mind soul manipulation tactic is what a lot of cyber bullies do. You know,
well, I think right now, if you look at the first A community, a
right,
good example of cyberbullying or stalking is what Eric Brandt has done to Madison, North Carolina.
right,
I mean, to call the schools to attack people on their Facebooks, and their children and all those threats. So I don't know what the laws are in Colorado,
right,
but I mean, you're doing that across state, across country.
right,
So, I mean, the ramifications there are wide open.
right. So it's there,
Yeah,
especially when it's done on a public platform more than anything. When it's done
yeah.
on a public platform, you kind of look at it from a hook, line, and sinker standpoint. It's like, are you serious? Are you really doing this?
Yeah.
Think
Um,
about the kids that make event pages these days to bully people in school.
right. Well, yeah. I mean,
It's
so
like,
let's.
how can you go that low to make an event page on it?
Right.
Kids are mean. Kids are cruel.
Right.
Hmm. And that's why I wasn't liked in school by teachers, because I was the one bullying the bully. And
Right.
whenever I seen somebody getting bullied, I was freaking bully the bully, whether it was aggressively, verbally, or just make them shut themselves.
So let's kind of go through kind of an emotional story. I'm going to warn people now. I kind of want to show people the real effects, the real stories of what this happened. So I'm going to kind of give an example. Um, I got to take the banner off to do the full example. Banner off.
Yes, it
Here,
is.
here we go. All right, let me get the logo off too now. Shit. Everything.
God, is this like day one all over again, Sancho?
It feels like it. It feels like I'm in my. It feels like I'm in my yard on my cell phone talking to you about voicemails.
I sure hope you're better at this your second day.
Okay, so this is a story about a mother of a cyber stalking victim. So viewer discretion is advised. This is a pretty messed up story. The man who victimized our daughter began his quest in 2012 and was 37 years older than her. He created a 3-year plan to be with her, marry her, and bear his children, posting daily about his intentions and made no secret that he was coming to her on her 18th birthday, all while under probation for stalking her at the age of 13. He knew every aspect of our daughter's life. Even when her accounts were private, he used her friends' accounts and their friends' accounts to search for anything related to her. This perpetrator hid behind social media and posted over 15,000 times detailing what he wanted to do to her. Let me repeat that because this has a lot of substance here. This perpetrator behind his social media posted over 15,000 times detailing what he wanted to do to her and how they would be forever together. He insisted that no one would ever stop him from being with her. It was by luck we found all of these posts in September 2016, but it wasn't until November 2016 that this man was arrested. Aaron
He
Zizzo, mother of
created a 3-year plan.
Yep.
If that's not premeditation, I don't know what is. Premeditation on being just like a creep in general?
Right.
Oh my fucking God.
Right.
And he was 37 years old. Oh my. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, this is
And
reality.
apparently she was 13 at this time, so she was 13, he was 50?
Yep. Hold on. Let me bring. Hey, no name.
Holy fuck.
This is kind of a serious stream, so I don't know if you want to hop backstage and just chill out.
Oh, wait, am I here?
You are, but it's a serious stream tonight with a serious topic. I just want to give you a heads up on that.
Serious stream, and when
Oh, yes. It's a sober, serious stream.
me, and I hit him as hard as I could across his head. And
Celebration happened earlier on.
Yeah, this is gonna
do
be
more to me about that.
all right.
It's
I
the
need.
same thing, right? I'm gonna stop now.
You
But
gotta.
I'm
You just.
invested in this.
No name. You're yelling. You're yelling to kind of
No, I'm sorry.
catch your breath. All right. Catch your breath and slowly, slow. Woo. Calm down, girl.
I am saying
You just popped on this show.
Invested in this and this topic.
All right, I'm gonna kick you backstage for 2 seconds. You are hot on piss and vinegar right now. No name. Breathe.
Oh, no, she's definitely high on it.
She's invested in this topic. It's a serious topic to her. I understand, but I just want to make sure I can understand her so she could get her stuff out coherently. Everybody, no name. Slowly, what did you just say? This was a topic you're very invested in, correct?
Oh, yes, I am. I mean, there was a guy in college back in the 80s in the engineering school, and he would not take no for an answer. And I actually slugged him as hard as I could across his jaw because he was coming at me. And he looked right back at me with this evil smile, like that's not gonna do anything. So I ran back to my dorm room, and I called his roommate and said, "Oh, will you please talk to your roommate before I have to call the dean? I don't really want to get him in trouble, but I think this is a bad idea." And I'm thinking I did the best I could there for not hurting him as bad as I could have, but he should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But then, he kept troubling me, and eventually he got a tetanus shot that laid him out on the floor of the stupid hospital that was very bad at things.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Florida University instead of Michigan Tech. So yeah, hey, you betcha.
Yeah.
It's like God fixed it.
Um. All right. Thank you for that. What are examples of cyber stalking? Sending unwanted, frightening, or obscene emails, text messages, or instant messages, IMs, harassing or threatening you on social media.
That's
Oh,
the thing.
oh, 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 oh! I'm gonna knock you. I'm gonna give you some time to chill out because you're talking over me again, and this is a serious stream. And talking over someone's not serious. Harassing or threatening you on social media, tracking your computer and internet use, using technology such as GPS to track where you are. These are just multiple examples of cyber stalking, and
Isn't that partial what Josh was doing?
the harassing and threatening on social media definitely would fall under that. I'm gonna give No Name one more chance. No Name, this is a super serious stream, and I just talking over me and stuff. Just breathe, okay?
Wait,
No,
no,
um,
what I'm saying
Oh,
is
fuck me.
before we had internet, he was ringing the phone off the hook, disturbing my dorm mate, disturbing both of us at all times.
Right.
That is the same as cyber stalking. It just wasn't on the internet.
Right.
hey,
Oh,
Sancho, could you bring up that last thing you just posted, please? I want to look at number 4 again about using GPS,
Right.
using technology such as GPS to track where you are. Now, in order to do that, wouldn't you have to have like some idea of where they're located to
Right.
have access to that GPS, to where you could like
Eh, the
plant some sort of,
cloud. The cloud. There's other. There's ways to figure that out.
but you
Uh,
wouldn't have to have like actual physical knowledge of where this person is and actually plant something that you have control over to track.
No, because basically, since DFK, they can hackers and computer professionals and whatnot
yeah.
can get the stuff that's on the level as the police,
Right.
talk to you on the phone for a good 10 minutes,
Right.
and freaking knock your location off on their end with a ping in a
Not,
matter of that time.
not that he sounds like he's talking from experience or anything, guys.
Jesus Christ, there's a whole shitload of criminals out there that know all this criminal activity that fuck me as a normal person would not know.
Well,
I
you
mean,
remember? You remember when Bearshare and like why was out for that free music?
right. But do you have a cell
That
phone,
was
DFK?
Well, yeah, you called me on it, Sancho.
I could track it and find you with that cell phone.
Really?
Yeah.
yep.
Well,
Oh,
you've actually called me twice, Sancho. You have actually called me twice.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and turn that GPS on and see if you can tell me where I'm located right
Well,
now.
I'm not saying I can. I'm saying there are people out there, very dangerous people on the internet, who can find out from your phone who you are and go to your house and tickle you until you pee your pants.
Good luck with that, because
oh
it
yeah,
takes forever.
Or worse,
Oh,
they'll murder you.
I want to go on record right now.
They'll
I
rape
want
you.
to go on record right now and get this out there because I was asked about this on another panel.
Oh,
As
shit.
far as everybody who has reached out to DFK, Sancho has called me twice,
Yep.
and Murfra has called me also.
Yep.
So I want to put that out there. That has happened. Anybody wants to doubt that, they are good people. I was in time of need, and
Yep.
they themselves reached out. That's for you, Murfra. I put it out there.
Yeah, I knew Murphy was a good guy. That's why I put you two in touch. I wanted to make sure you had a good system around you, a good core of good people around you, and that's key in progressing as a human being. It's the same
All right,
thing
let's
for
get back
Bucket.
to advertising. My bad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sancho.
No, you're
I'm
good,
not trying,
man.
I'm not trying
You
to take
know,
over your show.
I've already lost control.
Sancho is very good with helping me with my cats. Thank you, Sancho. You're an animal
You're
lover.
very welcome. This is like Sancho Appreciation Night. Okay, like Josiah, your turn. He's too quiet. NJ, your turn. Go ahead. If y'all want to turn this into, stroking my ego, guys, we can go right ahead and do that. But this topic is cyber.
Sancho, I'm sure we all got something good to say about you, my guy.
No, I really try to treat everybody with respect, love, and dignity, and treat them like human
you
beings.
do.
Until you give me a reason not to.
Okay.
And,
If I get to stroke Sancho some more, I get to talk about what is it? PP
Oh, I'm going back to the fight.
What did she say? I didn't hear that last part.
PP Mass. We saw him almost take down a live predator today, but he got the license plate, and that I think that means he got him right.
With the license plates, he can go to authorities. Um, and
With
shout
the
out to Jay.
pictures and the text and the pictures and the text, I think he's got it.
Right.
Hey, my guy, I got to run. I hope you run for a little while to where I got time to get back. And
Yeah,
get
we're
back,
gonna
but
we're gonna talk about
I gotta go.
wiretapping. I appreciate you, my guy. We're gonna talk about wiretapping. DFK.
Oh, this
Oh
was
yeah.
not wiretapping though, right?
One more time.
This was not wiretapping what I'm talking about.
No, but we're gonna transition into wiretapping after we talk about the cyberstalking a little bit more.
Okay, well, I wanted to say thank you, El Sancho, for turning me on to all those other channels.
Yes, they're
These
great
ads
channels.
are awesome.
I love the fact that I could blend in communities. You know, my first interview ever on my channel was with CC Unit, which was that community, and that community started following me, and the 1A community followed me at the same time, and it was a blend between two communities. And it's great when someone like you can be like, "Hey, thank you for making me aware of that other community." So that means a lot to me. No Name, thank you for that.
Well, you understand I have a 16-year-old son, so
Right.
it's near and dear to my heart.
The internet's a dangerous place and it's a big place, and there are a lot of channels out there that you might not be aware of, like these groups that do this, who every month they're going to do a summit on my channel.
But the thing is, my son informs me about those places.
Right.
And if I want to know a neat meme, I ask him. He tells me about all the memes I don't understand.
So,
MEME means meme, right?
right. So let's kind of look at like the
Well, we're just basically talking about getting into wiretapping.
well, we're going to transition bucket. Like give me like another few minutes after I
Oh,
get
wait,
this stream.
Okay.
wiretapping?
Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to
Because Michigan was a one-party state, and when the ex-husband said many bad things at me before he was my ex-husband, as we were becoming ex-husbands,
right.
I taped it all, but I didn't really get anything good.
So let's look at what can I do if I think I'm being stalked. If you're in immediate danger, call 911. Find a safe place to go. If you're being followed or worry that you will be followed, go to a police station. File a complaint with the police. Make sure you tell them about all the threats and incidents. Obviously, like get a restraining order. A restraining order requires that the stalker stay away from you and not contact you. Write down every incident, including time, date, etc. Keep evidence such as videotapes, voicemail messages, photos, property damage, etc. Give names of witnesses if there is witnesses, if it's a physical thing. This also goes along with the cyber stalking as well, filing a report if you're being cyber stalking, extortion, whatever it may be. It's against the law federally, and it's a problem, and it's a felony, and it needs to be taken that way. But the first line of defense is having the confidence to speak up and say something when you're a victim
Hey,
of this.
Sancho.
Nobody wants to be a victim of this. Yes, I'm having a serious speech. Go ahead.
Have you heard? No. Have you heard of that app called Noon?
I have
Wait,
not.
no, I want to talk about
Yeah.
his topic, okay? Just for a minute.
Oh,
Please.
What are you talking about?
The app called Noon.
Guys, you two are mind fucking me right now. One at a time.
No, El Sancho, you were talking about when somebody is stalking you or doing bad things to you, you need to follow up on it, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that, he's the crackhead method. I don't know what he was.
Thank you, guess who?
Threw sugar in my gas tank and broke windows on my car. And I followed up with it, and the detective followed up on it and he was very interested in it. And I'm sorry. The guy moved to Florida anyway, so at least he was out of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it somebody
Yeah,
else's
you're kind of taking over right
problem.
now. No name. You're kind of taking over right now. A
No,
little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
You're good. You're good. You kind
No.
of
What you're saying was you should follow up on the charges, and I'm
right.
trying to say I did follow up on the charges.
Right. Well,
Okay.
it's a difficult thing to. Ooh. It's a difficult thing to accept that you're a victim of any crime, and speaking up is always a challenge for that. And that's something that I think there needs to be a stronger support system to know that it's okay that you're a victim of stalking, cyber stalking, etc. And the speaking up is always the hardest part.
Well, this wasn't cyber stalking. It was just up and up stalking. We didn't
Right.
cyber.
Which we just went over, like, what can you do if you're being stalked? Now let's go over to cyber stalking.
Oh,
Send.
well, that's even.
No name, please, please. You're talking over me consistently, and I'm trying to get through a show that's going to be 8 hours because I can't get my shit out. Let me get my shit out. Can you just? I love you, but let me get my shit out. All right. Send the person one clear written warning not to contact you again. If they contact you again after you told them not to, do not respond. Print out copies of evidence such as email, screenshots of your phone. Keep a record of the stalking, any contact with police. Report the stalker to the authority in charge of the site of service when the stalker contacted you. For example, if someone is stalking you through Facebook, report them to Facebook. If the stalking continues, get help from the police. You can also contact a domestic violence shelter and a national center for the victims of crime. There's a link right there. I'm going to put that in there.
That
And
is there
all
now.
right.
Was
No
not
name, no
there
name. Have a great night, no name. I'm sorry, but I gotta finish this. You have a great night. You're more than welcome to hang out, like backstage if you want. I just gotta get my shit out, and I'm not with you tonight because you're just full of piss and vinegar. You're awesome. I love you for it. I do. But I gotta finish this list so everyone can comment on it. Thank you. Consider blocking the messages from the harasser. Change your email address or screen name. Never post online profiles or messages with the details that someone could use to identify or locate you, such as your age, sex, address, workplace phone number, etc. There's the phone number right now for information or emotional support. Please call this number here, 1-800-394-2255, Monday through Friday. And please, I'm going to put that phone number in there and promote it. So I want to kind of get Josiah and NJ's thoughts on the whole thing. Gentlemen.
Okay, I'll speak first. You know me by Josiah Stolberg. That
Yes.
isn't my name. It is two names from my family, but that is not my name. And the iPad and keyboard that I'm using right now was my father, who is dead.
Right.
So this is what I use when I'm on the internet.
Right.
Because none of this can be traced back to a real person, and the only real person that it could ever be traced back to is a dead man who is 95 years old.
Right.
And,
Just for the record, I'm not Mexican. There, I said it. I'm glad I got that out of my system since you're making confessions as well, and yeah.
Well, I believe to protect ourselves, especially on the internet, you have no idea who you're talking to.
Right.
I have trust in you.
Right.
I don't know who you are,
right.
But eventually I would be willing to disclose who I am to you after I build up trust. But I see so many people who are on panels or who go from panel to panel to panel.
Right.
And they say, "Oh, you're my friend. You're my friend." No. Yeah. People on the internet are not your friend. You have no idea who people on the internet are.
Right.
Your program last night. I mean, I found that program extremely informative. And one of the people that you had on that panel is from an area, a county that I'm right next to. I'm in the next county.
Right.
And I couldn't watch that whole program because it was so emotional for
Yeah.
me. But
It definitely hits you. It
it was
definitely
very
hits you.
informative.
Right.
But it was so, I can't understand it. I'm too old to understand it
Right.
because I didn't grow up, in that fear of, like being groomed or any of that, where it's so easy to do that today. And that's why I left you a message
Yeah.
that, like, I enjoyed your panel. It was very informative, but it was too emotional for me. It got like way too emotional
I
for me.
got that a lot. A couple people messaged me about the PTSD, the emotional aspect, the proximity. There was a lot of, I mean, that's the thing with a couple of these streams is, the big thing with that message is educating people that this is a problem, and there are people out there that are
Mm-hmm.
trying to eradicate that problem, which is huge. The fact that
Understandable.
these people are getting face to face with absolute monsters, and it, it's something we would want to do, and looking at the calmness of a lot of those people, it's great. Odin, welcome to the panel. Hawk as well, welcome.
Hey,
So, Hawk, let's start with you. What's your take on this whole cyber stalking topic tonight?
well, I've been a victim of cyber bullying, but not really cyber stalking. But to be honest with you, it's frightening to think that somebody can get all that information about you and know exactly where you are and what you're doing at any time.
Right,
That's very frightening beyond belief.
right. It's a scary world we live in. I always stress that the internet is not a safe place. Um, you know,
Well, I mean, I've been on the dark web, and there are things there you can find things there, programs down there that you didn't even think would ever exist. They could do things with certain programs that will scare the crap out of you, no matter no matter how safe you think you are, no matter your VPNs, your firewalls, your cybersecurity systems.
right,
In a lot of ways, a lot of it's just basically just money thrown away because it will not work to the extent you think it will.
right. I think it's always being prepared and not being naive and realizing that you might not know who you're talking to on the other side of that screen name, phone number, etc. You may think you know, but you might not really know.
You seen that picture of that fat old guy that has a T-shirt that says, "I'm that teenage girl you jerked off with the night before."
Right. Yeah.
Exactly what that means right there.
Hold on.
What? Huh? That was creepy.
This is a serious panel tonight, Odin.
Cyber stalking is creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Mantel says you gotta stop stalking me.
I'm typing right now, and you have host experience, so talk and talk.
Huh? What? What did I gotta do it? Diver does it. He talks a lot.
I'm trying to
Enlighten us,
find a
so
good.
powerful, Odin.
I'm trying to find a video to play for you guys, but I need a couple
Odin.
seconds.
Yeah, Odin is sight less than you.
Yeah. Well, don't some states have actual cyber stalking laws? Like
Yeah.
They certainly do.
They certainly do. They certainly
Yeah,
do.
I think all 50
Federal.
states do.
Pennsylvania, I think, might have a cyberbullying law.
You guys want to go to the laws instead? All right, let me go to the cyber stalking laws. I was going to do something else, but
They'll start with the definition.
well, I did do that already. I did do the definition of cyber stalking. I did do that
I was busy looking at the Josh docket.
right there. It's right there. Yeah, it's right there.
I'm so old school that I don't even carry my cell phone when I leave the house
Right.
because it's just like I grew up in an era where I don't like to be, you know, immediately, connected to the world. People don't need to call me when I'm out shopping in the supermarket.
Right.
Um, I'm always with someone who has a cell phone, but I leave mine home. I probably use my cell phone. My last minute read was I did 480 minutes last month. That's how much I use my phone.
Hmm.
Sad thing about it is a lot of people need their phone for work,
Yes,
and it's
I don't
Yeah.
work anymore, so
It is a challenge. Let's go over the look at that. I'm pretending to be NJ Diver right here. Let me go over the laws and show everybody the laws here. And this is the laws for cyber stalking.
is that federal or state?
Well, this is the laws by there's the federal, but there's the state ones as well. So, um, any state you guys want to click on first?
Roll.
Which one?
Start with the federal.
Is this blown up enough?
It's kind of hard to see. You'll have to read it to us.
Let me blow it up.
it's just a list of the states.
That's what she said.
Let me blow it up. So this is updated under Section 18 slash 2011. Federal. Whoever travels in interstate or foreign e-commerce with the special. Let me blow it up more. It's like fucking 20 paragraphs too. This is why I don't do what NJ Diver does. It's fucking 20 paragraphs. He doesn't read this stuff, by the way. He just links you and walks away. To place a person in another state or tribal
But there's
jurisdiction.
way too much for one person to get through.
Right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to gloss over this. So penalties: a person who violates this section could be in prison. I mean, there's a lot of terms of what happened to the victim, etc. On cyberstalking. But this is under federal crime. We're preparing to seek federal legal action. This immediate relief, cyber harassment, cyberstalking, etc. Um, in violation of Women Violence Act, Department of Justice reauthorization. So there's the laws in place right there. There's the federal laws, etc.
Where's Harry when you need him?
Yeah, he texted me. He was supposed to come on, but we're looking at the Alabama laws now in Alabama.
Doesn't Harry have a date?
August 24th, 2010 was when this law was updated in Alabama. Harassing communication is a Class C misdemeanor in Alabama. So let's that be,
Slap on a hand.
it's a slap on the hand, which means it happens a lot. I guarantee you, a state like Alabama is a common state where this is a problematic issue.
They're pretty nice about it then, because Texas is treated anywhere from a Class B misdemeanor to a third degree felony with a 10-year prison sentence.
Let's go to Jess H's favorite place, Alaska. The laws in Alaska essentially state that a person commits the crime of stalking in the second degree if the person knowingly engages in a course of conduct that recklessly places another person in fear of death or physical injury. Harassment is the second degree Class B misdemeanor for harassment. It depends on what degree. Stalking is a disorder. So now we're looking at it. The victim means a person who's a target. Stalking in the second degree is a Class A misdemeanor.
Slap on the
And
hand.
Arizona. A lot of it's a slap on the hand. That's a big issue we're having is the laws need to be strengthened with cyber stalking, harassment, etc. And they're not, and they need to
Well,
be.
technology is overwhelming. I mean, it's expanding at an extremely accelerated pace compared to the laws.
Right. Well, look at this in Arizona. I mean, this was updated in 2012. Harassment under suspicion. Subsection A is Class 1 misdemeanor. Harassment under subsection B is a Class 5 felony. So we're kind of moving in the right direction over there with Arizona.
Try Pennsylvania.
You want to try
Yeah.
Pennsylvania? Let's try Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is right
Odin,
here.
are you from Pennsylvania?
Yep.
So am
2000.
I.
Are you too? Wow, there's a lot of people from Pennsylvania. 2011 2709 harassment. Um, this essentially states the terms of it, and we're looking. Where do I see the? Where do I see it? Oh,
Stalking B.
define an offense committed under this section may be deemed to have been committed at either the place at which the communication or communications were made or at the place where the communication or communications were received. Acts indicating a course of conduct which occur in more than one jurisdiction may be used by any other jurisdiction in which an act occurred as evidence of a continuing pattern of conduct or course of conduct. So we're looking at the grading of it. An offense under subsection A 1, 2, 3 shall constitute a summary of offense. An offense under subsection A 4, 5, 6, or 7 shall constitute a misdemeanor of the third degree. And then the other one was deleted. False reports. A person who knowingly gives false reports to any law enforcement with intent of intent. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, so there's that right there.
That's pretty much a slap on the hand.
It's a slap on the hand. You know, I think
Yeah.
the laws need to be strengthened. Let's go to Connecticut. And
Nope.
Connecticut is harassment in the first degree is a Class D felony. Are we getting better now with that statement? Are we getting a little bit better? You know, the fact that it's a Class D felony over there in Connecticut. That's harassment in the second degree is a Class C misdemeanor. Any states you guys want me to pull up in the chat? Washington State. Let's pull up Washington.
Do North Carolina next.
I was going to, yeah, North Carolina.
All right, so let's do this one first. The cyberstalking. A person is guilty of cyberstalking. Where's the freaking penalty here? Cyberstalking is a Class C felony, and if either of the following applies, the perpetrator has previously been convicted of the crime or of harassment with the same victim or a member of the victim's family or household of any person specifically. So they kind of have a two-chance rule, it sounds like, with this. Or the perpetrator engages in behavior prohibited under subsection 1C of this section by threatening to kill the person threatened or any other person. So I don't like the fact that you have to threaten to kill them in order for action to be done. That's a little problem.
Soft.
And they never push the cyberbullying updates. I agree with that. That needs to be. Thank you so much, Kate. I really appreciate that shout out. I think that's Kate. I think that is. Let's go to the perpetrator engages in the behavior prohibited under subsection 1C of this section by threatening to kill. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, like, we got to get that deep, you know. For the purpose of the section, electronic communication means the transmission of information by wire, radio, optical cable, electromagnetic, or other similar means. Electronic communication includes, but is not limited to, electronic mail, internet-based communications, which is huge, you know, internet-based communications. This shows you how old the law is, 2012, but it says pager service and electronic text messaging. So
Do
let's
North Carolina.
North Carolina. All right. So wow, here we go. So we're looking at any person violating the provisions of this section shall be guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor.
Slap.
Yep.
Yeah, take a look at Texas.
Hold on. What's that? How do they break the law? Photo something.
Electronic communication, any transfer of signs, signals, written images, writing, images, sounds, data, or intelligence of any nature transmitted in whole or in part by wire, radio, computer, electromagnetic, photoelectric, or photo-optical system.
Somebody's guilty of that.
So electronic mail, the transmission of information or communication by the use of internet, a computer, a facsimile machine.
So Eric Grant would be guilty of that.
He could be listening right now. If that's what you guys have for proof of it, then yeah, I mean that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Hey Sanchez, you want to toss the URL for that site in the
for North Carolina or for the whole thing?
For what you're looking at, the whole thing.
All right, yeah. Oh, look at you asking me for intel now. Look at me now.
Cyber, you don't have that link.
Look at me. Yay.
Specific ones, but I never really got into cyber stalking.
I feel special. There it is right there.
Diver doesn't have a link. You're slacking, man.
I am hitting him with the links right now. DFK, you're back? Is that you, DFK? I ain't getting fucking.
Yeah, that's me.
I ain't getting. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Let's go to Massachusetts. That's kind of in the news lately. This is 2010.
See, these
Again,
laws are so far behind.
that's the issue. Is they're so far behind. They're 10 years, 20 years, etc. And it's problematic. And we need to push to get these laws updated, because the realization that law enforcement doesn't take internet stalking serious. They don't, and they need to. They want to see blood before they take it serious, and that is archaic, in my humble opinion.
Am I the only one that feels that the entire, and I mean entire judicial system needs a revamp?
It definitely needs to be looked at again and reevaluated. I don't know everything about every law, but some
But the
things.
I
laws need
think
to be
it needs a
reviewed.
major revamp, because basically right now they've got it set to where you have to have an attorney to even appear in court, and that's bullshit.
Right.
What?
Because they want to go into all these procedural things where if you go to law school and you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn procedures, basically is what law school is all about, is learning procedures, then yeah, you got a shot. But if you come in there as a regular Joe off the street
Somebody's
and
blowing
you know
the
you're
pipe.
innocent, and there's all these rules about how you can present your side of the story, which screws over the citizen individually.
Right.
There needs to be some leniency extended somewhere along the lines to where an average Joe, just somebody that's got a brain. I mean, if somebody's totally fucking incompetent, no, don't defend yourself. But if you got a brain and you got some sort of common sense, you should be able to do that without all these stepping stones thrown in your way, stopping you from defending yourself.
Well, have you ever heard of Doc Justice?
Heard of what?
Doc Justice?
No, I don't
believe
think
he's
I
in
have.
Florida. He's gone pro se forever. And I know there's a gentleman somewhere out there who's gone pro se in front of the Supreme Court.
Right.
Yeah, but those are exceptions to the rule.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Sancho, time's up.
No, I'm putting in a new timer.
No, I said, Sancho, time's up. You said 1 second, time was up.
Cyber. Bucket Boy ran off. He got freaked out.
I think the echo went with him, though.
He got freaked out and went to bed. I feel bad. I do. Alex Belly, welcome. I don't know who Alex is, but he must have a belly. That's the assumption I'm making, guys. You know? All right.
I'm about to say I've been to court plenty of times, and I've always done.
Check
pro
out
se.
Colorado
All
when
you
you
gotta do
get a chance. Sorry, Hawkwind.
That's okay. I mean, all you gotta do is study court procedures, court rules, and know how to act. I mean, you got law libraries for a reason.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
but they don't. That's not like common knowledge. It's like basically they're telling you have to go to law school in order to present a case. You cannot just present the facts of the case. You have to go to like procedure school of
Right.
how you present them. And I'm sorry, that's not common for the most people.
Right. All right.
Most people cannot afford that.
Can we transition to wiretap now, guys? We have
Sure.
a federal wiretap survey right there for everyone to click on and check out. We have multiple links on both topics going on in the chat live for literature for you guys. I want to talk about. Yep.
I posted the federal law on it.
On wiretapping.
Yep.
Is this a competition we're having that I'm on?
Is that the
I
that link?
put up my source.
The link for this wiretap law, is that the one the Streamlabs says is www.eoic.org for privacy wiretap?
Yeah.
uscode.house.gov.
Right. All
Okay,
right.
because that'll make it easier to read because the share screens are kind of small print.
Sorry. So, cyber stalking laws, real quick wrap up. Colorado was a request. Harassment stalking. A person commits harassment if the intent to harass, annoy, or alarm another person. Those goes with it. And what did you grab for the penalty, guys? Whoever sent this to me? Any?
I didn't see the penalty, but look at where it says about the phone call.
Right. Initiates communication with a person anonymously or otherwise by telephone, computer, computer network, or computer system in a manner intended to harass or threaten bodily harm or property damage, or makes any comment, request, suggestion, or proposal by telephone, computer, or computer network and/or computer system that is obscene, or makes a telephone call or causes telephone to ring repeatedly, whether or not a conversation ensues with the no purpose of legitimate conversation, makes repeated conversations at inconvenient hours that invade the privacy of another, that interfere in the use of enjoyment of another's home or private residence or other private residence, repeatedly insults, taunts, challenges, or makes communications in offensively coarse challenges.
Do you think somebody's guilty of that?
I think it's. I mean, it depends on what the situation is. That's the big thing. So,
Yeah.
it really it's always a situational basis.
It is situational, and like,
Yeah.
who is going to push it?
Right.
Yeah.
Who's going to push, like, oh,
Yeah.
Eric did this. Somebody has to be willing to follow through.
Right. Well, that's the biggest thing is being able to follow through with putting name on paper and following through and teach lessons, right?
Yeah.
It's all about teaching lessons. So let's shift over the wiretap. Let's. I don't know who knows what states are one party to a two party state. So we're looking at one party states in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, District of Columbia, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Indiana. We're seeing all these one party states. We're looking at Massachusetts. We're looking at Colorado. We're looking at Rhode Island. We're looking at multiple one-party states here, South Dakota, etc., for wiretapping. All-party consent states, California. These states clearly or potentially require consent from all parties under some or all of the circumstances. We're looking at Pennsylvania as one of them. We're looking at Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Washington. Those are states that you need to be open and honest about wiretapping.
Pennsylvania, you'd actually have to read their wiretap law. It's if you're on a public sidewalk,
Right,
you can record audio.
right.
If you're in a private office or something, you cannot. You have to get permission.
So under Pennsylvania law, it is a felony to record an oral or telephone communication without the consent of all parties. Offenders are also subject to civil liability.
Yeah.
Rhode Island, it is legal to record an in-person phone communication. South Carolina law provides that it is a felony to record an in-person or telephone conversation without the consent. South Dakota, it's a felony to record. Tennessee, it's a felony. Oregon, it's legal. Oklahoma, it's illegal. Ohio, it's legal. I mean, it really goes. I mean, North Dakota's eavesdropping laws provide that it's legal to record. North Carolina, in-person or telephones may legally be recorded in North Carolina. NYC, it is illegal and a felony. It's one or two ways, guys. It's
Now,
either
see, isn't there like a Supreme Court ruling on this whole thing, one party, two party, that would supersede state laws?
right.
No.
No.
How hard would it be to get the Supreme Court to rule on this?
No.
Because you can't, because that's a power left to the states. The federal government cannot usurp that authority.
The federal government can do it if you cross state line.
Cross state lines, yes, not within states.
If I did I'm going to use Diver for an example. If I recorded his call and Diver knew my state was a two-party state, he would have to get hold of the federal.
So I guess the word united does not refer in here anywhere because
The
we're still being
Constitution,
divided.
the Constitution gave the right to the states to make their own law.
So what happened to the United States?
You're not understanding. The Constitution gave the right to the states to govern their states.
Right.
as long as it doesn't conflict with the Constitution.
Yes.
And
Okay,
wiretapping is not mentioned in the Constitution at all.
but the Supreme Court has already ruled that filming from public places is protected.
No, it's not.
And
No.
No,
Nope.
excuse me,
that is a myth. You
Yeah.
cite me the case. Cite me the case that
Do it.
notice.
Cite him.
Go ahead.
Cite him right now, or I'll boot you. Cite him. Cite him.
I'll boot myself. I
I'm
got
kidding.
to do some research then.
You got to be careful saying that, my guy.
Yeah.
You got to be careful saying
If you
that.
if you don't have a case, I would just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
The other side of it is, why did the Constitution not cover wiretap? Because they barely knew what electricity was in 17.
Right. That's like, yeah. I mean, the laws are clearly outdated.
But
No.
it's not correct that the Supreme Court has ruled that recording in public was protected.
Nope. There are 13 U.S. courts of appeals. 6 of them have allowed the recording, both video and audio,
Right.
of public officials / police. The SCOTUS has yet to consider it.
Right.
What about the Third Circuit there?
The Eighth
Barbara?
Circuit, the Eighth Circuit has a case in front of it right now that it is adjudicating. But I don't think it's going to be on the First Amendment, because if I recall correctly, listening to the audio of the oral arguments, they refused to consider it.
Right.
It's correct. That's me. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Basically, they were looking at the Fourth Amendment violation.
Somebody save me. All right, let's play a little video on wiretapping, shall we? Everyone go on mute.
Tapping, and who is allowed to do it to whom. Let's clarify. A wiretap is a device hooked to a phone line to listen to a phone conversation without the people talking knowing that they're being spied on.
Oh,
Tapping a wire is almost like plugging an
That's not what I'm
appliance
talking
like
about,
a
is it?
fridge or TV into the electrical circuit.
yeah. Fuck that shit. This is
That's
what
too
happens.
basic.
This is what happens when Sancho doesn't look at the videos before he plays it for you people. He fucks up.
You tard.
My bad. My bad. Odin, you never done that before?
Maybe a couple of times.
My bad.
Yes, Sancho. If you paid attention to that video, I could sit here with you on speaker and record all the time and not have to worry about it.
Right.
So wiretapping is any audio, whether it be from a speaker, from a device that electromagnetically gets it off
Right.
a wire or phone, or any recording of voice communication, or oral, as they put it. And for that matter, wiretapping digital.
Right.
You said oral.
Yeah, so does the law.
You didn't get it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was trying to. He was trying to. Make
Yeah,
a
it went
sexual
underneath
joke.
me, okay?
Yeah, he was trying to make it a creepy shit. You know.
Bad Odin.
No, that's Odin.
All right. I'm trying to figure out where I should go with it.
Well, basically, we all understand what it means.
Where's
It's the
Bucket Boy?
recording.
Bucket Boy, come back up.
It's the recording of a conversation,
Right.
whether it be sound or electronic.
Right.
Now in Texas, if I'm the party to the conversation, like if someone calls me, I can record it. Or if I call somebody somewhere else, I can record it because, Texas is a one-party consent state.
Right.
But the caveat to that is, if I'm not a party to it, I have no business
Hold
recording
on.
that call.
If the call originated in like Pennsylvania, for example, you have to adhere to the Pennsylvania law.
Right.
Not correct.
No. It's where the call started.
Right. If it started in one state, that's where that's where the responsibility hovers over the person for
Yeah,
wiretapping.
not that I'm calling you out, Odin, but please find a case where they extradited for that.
In your damn Discord somewhere.
Yeah. You find it. You go find it, NJ. We
You go
just
find it.
Yeah, we just told you where to go look. Go find it.
Well,
Shit.
you call me, and I'm in a one-party state. I'm going to record it.
Really?
As long as one of the as long if you're in one party state, as long as you're a party to the call, you can record the call. But you can't record it if you're not a party to the state. Like you're a third party. You just start recording.
Right.
That's illegal.
Hey, would I get shut down if I do a TED Talk? Probably, right?
TED Talks are interesting, but I don't know. So
Like, it's really
it's
interesting
its
about
platform on itself.
It's really interesting about wiretapping, but I'm afraid I'm going to get the channel. I'm going to get shut. The
Yeah,
stream
copyright strike. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
find out if it's read.
How do we find out if TED Talks is a no-go?
TED Talks is a big incorporated.
Is Kate still in chat?
She was for a second. I don't know. I know it's late for her, so. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna try it. Everyone, hang on tight. If I get shut down, it's usually temporary. It's usually a few minutes.
Well, just don't play the video. Just play the audio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if I do this,
And go
Anyone on panel familiar with Gilk versus Kniffy?
is that too much?
You mean Glick versus Q?
That should.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I misread it. I was so focused on the second word because it just seemed so out there.
That's one of the 6 Circuit Court of Appeals cases I referred to earlier.
I gotta find something big
Okay.
enough to put on. No, that's too small.
The last one to do it was my district. Excuse me, my circuit.
Want me to
Third
use that one?
circuit.
Want me to use that one?
That'll work.
That was my first point of research. I was just wondering if anybody was familiar with that.
Do the judge with a hat.
Want to do Judge Sancho?
Yeah.
Is that the full? Like, do you think
That
that's
covers
gonna?
it.
You think that's gonna protect? Like the audio is what they pick up on. No,
Just talk over it every so often.
talk over the audio.
Than 100 years.
All right, so
It'd be fair use if you just criticize it.
I may fuck up, and this might be totally fucking bad.
Just criticize it every once in a while.
All right, let's give it a go. All right.
For more than 100 years, the telephone companies have provided wiretapping assistance to governments.
Uh-oh.
For much of this
Mountain
time,
Pasture.
this assistance was manual. Surveillance took place manually, and wires were connected by hand.
Yep.
Calls were recorded to tape.
Yep.
But as in so many
Damn
other
government
industries,
spies.
computing has changed everything. The telephone companies built
You realize
surveillance
nobody
features
wants to go on
into the
Sancho
very
Court no
core
more?
of their networks. I want
Yeah,
that to
the
sink
guy's
in for a
creepy.
second.
They're
Our
afraid.
telephones and the
I
networks
ain't
that
scared,
carry our
Sancho.
calls were
Hey,
wired
when I
for
started with the
surveillance
company,
first.
we still had
First
cord
and
boards.
foremost.
Right.
So what that means is that when you're talking to your spouse, your children, a colleague, or your doctor on the telephone, someone could be listening. Now that someone might be your own government, it could also be another government, a foreign intelligence service, or a hacker, or a criminal, or a stalker, or any other party
Here we go.
that breaks into the surveillance system, that hacks in to the surveillance
Oh,
system.
forget about the
of the telephone
webcams. We
companies.
haven't even talked about webcams and hacking into
While
webcams.
the telephone companies have
Oh
built
my
surveillance
God.
as a priority, Silicon Valley companies have not. And increasingly over the
Yeah,
last
the
couple of
family
years,
got ran out of their
Silicon
house
Valley
because of the
companies
webcams
have
being
built
hacked.
strong encryption
Right.
technology into their communications products
Put a
that
black
make surveillance
tape over the
extremely
line.
difficult.
Right.
For example, many of you might have an iPhone, and if you use an iPhone to send a text message to other people who have an iPhone, those text messages cannot easily be wiretapped.
Right.
And in fact, according to Apple, they're not able to even see the text messages themselves. Likewise, if you use FaceTime to make an audio call or a video call with one of your friends or loved ones, that too cannot be easily wiretapped. And it's not just Apple.
Apple works for
WhatsApp,
the
which is
government.
now owned by Facebook and used by hundreds of millions of people around the world, also has built strong encryption technology into its product, which
Right.
means that people in the global south can easily communicate without their governments, often authoritarian, wiretapping their text messages.
Yeah, that's
So,
a joke.
after 100 years of being able to listen to any telephone
Hello,
call,
Sassy,
anytime,
Jessica S.
anywhere,
AZ.
you might imagine that government officials are not very happy.
CW.
And in fact, that's what's happening. Government officials are extremely mad, and they're not mad because these encryption tools are now available. What upsets them the most is that the tech companies have built encryption features into their products and turn them on by default. It's the default piece that matters. In short, the tech companies have democratized encryption. And so, government officials like British Prime Minister David Cameron,
I
they
miss George
believe
Sanson.
that all communications, emails, texts, voice calls, all of these should be
I haven't had
available
my
to
gown
governments.
on in like a month.
And encryption is
plus.
making that difficult. Now, look,
Might
I'm
wanna
extremely
pause it.
sympathetic to their point of view.
Yeah.
We live in
Give
a
it a
dangerous
break.
time in a dangerous world, and they're really
Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff he was saying, did it make any sense to you, El Sancho?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
Press 1 in the chat if it made sense to you. Press 2 in the chat if you're like Odin. You're a little.
Verklempt.
What is
Press
the
3
word?
if it's as clear as mud.
What'd you say for the word for clempt? What the fuck?
Hey, I just want to make sure people are following along.
Is everybody following along right now? Press 1 if you're getting what they're saying. Press 2 if you want me to move along. 1 or 2, guys. I can't have my phone. My phone's charging. So, I gotta wait for a delay. So, 1, keep going. 2, abandon. Alright, we got 1-1.
The funny thing about encryption is
Alright,
that
see
if
if
you
that
have a
makes-
powerful enough server with the right algorithms in it, they can break it.
Right.
Very true.
Yep.
Alright,
The
so
government's
that
always
so
listening.
everybody's voted, so we're gonna keep going. DFK's the only one who DFK and Odin are the only 2 people who agree. Let's keep going.
are bad people out there. There are terrorists and other serious national security threats that I suspect we all want the FBI and the NSA to monitor. But those surveillance features come at a cost.
Yep.
The reason for that is that there's no such thing as a terrorist laptop or a drug dealer's cell phone. We all use the same communications devices. What that means is that if the drug dealer's
I
telephone
use
calls
Morse
or the
code.
terrorist telephone calls can be
Did you hear
intercepted,
we
then
come
so
out
can
with
the rest
a
of ours
little
too.
emoji
And I
for
think we really need to
Morse
ask,
code?
should a billion
Well, I kind of was under the assumption it was going to be about like people's conversations getting recorded because like there's like 15,000 apps that now can illegally record conversations. But we're at a point where people are into this, so I'm going to play a few more minutes of it and then I'm going to go to what I thought I was originally planning.
Strike 2, El Sanchez.
I'm honest.
people around the world be using devices that are wiretap friendly? So the scenario of hacking of surveillance systems that I've described, this is not imaginary. In 2009, the surveillance systems that Google and Microsoft built into their networks, the systems that they
Jesus
use
Christ.
to respond to lawful surveillance requests
I
from the
hide
police,
under my table
those
when I hear
systems
that
were compromised by the Chinese government because the Chinese government wanted to figure out which of their own agents the US government was monitoring. By the same token, in 2004, the surveillance system built into the network of Vodafone Greece, Greece's largest telephone company, was compromised by an unknown entity, and that feature, the surveillance feature, was used to wiretap the Greek prime minister and members of the Greek cabinet. The foreign government or hackers who did that were never caught.
Like America
And
doesn't
really
do
this
that
gets to the
already.
very
Hold
problem
on.
with these surveillance features or back.
Go ahead.
I said, like America doesn't do that already.
Yeah,
Right.
well, there's always a better hacker around the corner.
True.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the hacking aspect of this is ridiculous.
I mean, we have, as America, We are watching every other country in the world at all times. We're monitoring them, and they're monitoring us.
All right.
Sorry, Sancho, that obnoxious like car alarm ringtone, that's me. And as soon as I realize what the fuck's going on, I try and mute myself as quick as possible. My bad.
Yeah, I go under the table when that noise comes through.
You go under the table for car alarms? It's not a police siren.
Yeah, man.
I can put
It,
that as my
it, it
ringtone.
reminds me of the popo, so I start running.
Oh, I can put a police ringtone on there.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Okay.
I'm good though. I do appreciate the offer.
I'm sorry.
Car alarms, man. You should be running out with a gun. It's like, who the fuck's breaking into somebody I know shit?
Right. Yeah. So wiretapping's a problem. I mean, we went over the laws on cyberstalking. We went over the laws on wiretapping. We have this. We have going in our in the chat multiple times every few minutes the laws on wiretapping. Again, if you plan to record telephone conversations or in-person conversations, including by recording video that captures sound, you should be aware that there are federal and state wiretapping laws that may limit your ability to do so. These laws not only expose you to the risk of criminal prosecution, but also potentially give an injured party a civil claim for money damages against you. It is against the law, and we as human beings, and I'm going to throw this to the panel, I think we as human beings need to do a better job with building relationship with people to make sure they can trust you with this kind of admission of being, stalked or wiretap, etc. That's the difficult part, is the admittance of being, duped or stalked or wiretapped, etc. Right?
No, bullshit. It really sucks not knowing who you can trust with what anymore. I mean,
Right.
you think you know somebody, and then you cannot count on the laws to back you on where you think you stand.
That's not what I said. That wasn't my question, DFK. I'm losing you. Like, you're slowly losing you at my fingertips, and you're falling away from me. And I don't know if I can pick you back up and dust you off.
All right, try it, Sancho, please.
I'm gonna try.
All right, I'm going to listen wholeheartedly.
But Josiah, do you have an answer to my question
What was the question?
about the see something, say something aspect of it? It's very important to speak up when this happens. I think guilt's a motherfucker in situations like this.
Oh, as far as like cyber stalking and bullying.
Yeah, like cyber stalking, bullying. I mean, wiretapping falls into that category of.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
if you know, as like I said, as a teacher, I didn't personally, but I had students who were cyberbullied and stalked at all times. And just by stupid remarks, people, if they even didn't know where they were at, they would send text message saying, "I know where you're at, and I know who you're talking to." And
I'm a firm believer. See something, say something. Better yet, do something.
But that's the whole problem, following through.
It's not really hard to step up and pretend to portray yourself as a good human being when you see this shit going on. It's not really hard to do that. Now, you got to be careful about how far you go with it to keep yourself out of legal ramifications. But if you see it, say it, and better yet, do something. The problem is most people will not step up and do something about it. They'll just sit back out and buy. Oh, I don't want to get in any trouble. I don't want to be the next focus of the terrorism that's going on here. I don't give a shit about me. I really don't. If I can help somebody, anybody at any given time, I'm gonna fucking do it. That's just part of my nature. That's how my mother raised me. God bless her soul. She raised a fucking asshole. She raised a whole ass. She raised someone who's not scared to speak up and say something and do something when he knows it's right.
I grew up the same way, but the idea is here.
She raised a whole ass, he says.
But what we're talking about here is
Like it's a turkey. Instead of a turkey breast, he has a whole turkey. Instead of it being half an ass, she raised a whole ass. Like what
There
the
you
fuck?
go.
I have been an asshole for so long. I am no longer an asshole. I am the whole ass because
Right.
I have gotten so fucking good at being an asshole.
Right.
Sorry, I've made that leap. I've made that graduation. I have earned that title.
Right. Well, we
That's
don't
what they
want you to
sing
be an
around
angry
here.
person, though, man.
But no, my God, if I see somebody being abused in any way,
Right.
I'm damn sure gonna say something. I'm not
Right.
just gonna sit back idly
You,
by and
you
record this
can
shit. I
say
might record it for my own prosperity,
Yeah.
you
but
can say
at some
all
point
you
I'm gonna hand
want.
that camera off to somebody. I'm gonna step in there and do something, and
Right.
then that shit will be recorded too.
You can say all you want, but until the person who is being cyberstalked or cyberbullied takes action, what you say is nothing. Nothing. The
Here's something
person who is being
complicated.
bullied or cyberstalked has to
Right.
follow.
So, so CFW cyber stalked me. I should go tell somebody.
I would absolutely. If you say
Yeah.
so, if you see something, say something.
Oh, I gotta fill some AFA shoes. I still need CFW's address so I can send the cops to
Allegedly.
her house periodically.
Right. It's welcome Sammy May to the Discord. Glad to have you. DFK, you still on Discord, or are you fucking around with that?
I logged into it for the first time the other night, and I was on a panel earlier tonight, and I Google searched Discord, and oh my God, there's so much shit going on. It's hard to keep track of. Oh
It's
my God.
overwhelming. You got to be calm with it, though. You got to one day at a time, 1 hour at a time.
Yeah, well, I put a link for it on my laptop. I put a link for it, and
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my God, it was just like so overwhelming. It's like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Who am I talking to?
it's a
Who can see
lot.
what I'm saying? Oh
It's crazy when you see screen names you see on YouTube in Discord. You're like, oh my god, is that really you? And then you can talk to them and
no,
have a direct communication
the
with
only
them.
name I saw on that Discord was Murfra that I
Yeah,
recognized from YouTube.
and he's a big
That
deal too. So you're probably geeked out over that.
Well, no, I'm not geeked out over it. I'm just saying, out of
I
all
mean,
the
it's
shit that was
Murphy.
going on,
You should be geeked
he
out
was
over
the only one
Murphy.
I recognized. And
Right.
it's like, okay, yeah, okay. And then I'm going through all this shit. It's like, I don't even know half what the fuck's going on here and how I got so much all so quick. I don't know.
You mean I
Yeah.
got a new toy in there to play with?
You have a new
I ain't
toy
got
in
the
there?
dildo yet.
Sammy's your new toy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said
Yeah,
I ain't got the dildo
I
yet.
wasn't talking to you. Okay.
Oh,
Oh
sorry,
my.
my bad.
the troll not to do that nasty shit with.
All right.
Oh
Could
my
I
God.
get No Name or Bucket Boy come up? I want to give like No Name the final words to get her stuff out because
Oh God.
I want to give her a third chance. I think everyone deserves third chances, right? So
Yeah, and tell her to take a third breath, a very deep third
well,
breath
I
before
think
she comes up.
she's a very passionate gal.
Yeah, and I that's what I appreciate about her is she is
Right.
very passionate about her feelings and she's
Right.
not afraid to say them. She's
Right.
not afraid to voice them.
She's very passionate. I understand that. So let's kind of wrap up. One party states again. You're looking at the one party versus two party states. Um, I was gonna play
Okay,
another
so
video.
quick question, Sansa, since that little screen there is so small to see,
Uh-huh.
is Oregon a one party or a two party state?
Oregon is a two party state.
That means I need both consents.
You need consent.
Yep.
Require consent from all parties involved.
Okay, what about Nevada?
Oh my God!
Just go to
were
the
you,
link.
were you not paying attention the whole fucking time? I had
Too
this up
much
for,
information being
I've
given
had this up 20
quickly.
minutes, my guy. Write it down. Nevada is a two party state.
All right.
So there you go. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to discuss? We discussed welcome Gray. I think that's extra good. I'm not too sure if that's him or not.
Are you getting ready for the wrap up, Santo?
What do you mean wrap up?
Oh,
Yeah,
calling it a
yeah,
night.
yeah. We're gonna wrap up in like a little bit. You know, some of these streams aren't gonna be 5 fucking hours. I'm a human being. I have a
I
big,
was gonna say,
I have a big
Okay,
since
so
night
you
tomorrow night.
so you then yes, you are getting ready for the wrap up. I want to say, hey Santo, I love you.
Right,
Congratulations on the 1,000 subs that you were told would never fucking happen.
right.
Uh,
It almost didn't. It almost didn't. I did
He
die
taught
once.
him.
I did die once, by the way.
but I love you, Sancho. I love you, Murpha, and thank you both for reaching out to me with phone calls in my time of need. Love and respect. Mad props to both of you. Hey, great show, Sancho.
I'm glad to see you around, man. Glad to
Not
see
in
you around.
jail.
Right. Let's go to Odin and kind of give him some final thoughts on this stream.
What he said.
What he said. Is there anything
Yeah.
you want to promote or plug?
Nope. Check out Discord. You might enjoy having fun with people in there.
Yeah, check out our Discord. We just plugged it. You can actually talk to Hawk. Are you in my Discord yet? I think you are, right?
I was, but somehow or another it got wiped off my server
So
list.
here it is
So
in
I
the
got to go
chat.
back and redo it.
Here it is
C-
in the chat.
CFW should join Discord
CFW.
again.
Yeah. Everybody on this panel is in Sancho's Discord.
I need a certain person to troll, and she's fun to troll.
This is okay. So Extra Good Citizen is in our Discord. So if you guys want to say hello to Extra Good Citizen, he's in our Discord now. CFW, we're still working on it. Sassy Assassin's in our Discord. So we got some really cool people in our Discord that have difference of opinions. They're entertaining. They're education. You know, they're educational, and that's why Discord gets a bad rap. You know, when I initially thought of Discord, I thought of dick pics. That's what I thought of. I thought of dick pics because I was sent a dick pic and then an invite to Discord, and I'm like, I don't want to see any more dicks. I ain't going on Discord, because that's what I thought it was, like an underground black fucking market of dick pics and shit. But I'm glad I was. I'm glad I was wrong, because there's a lot of great people in Discord. You get a chance to kind of talk to people like me privately and like DMs and stuff. Odin has that so luxurious gift from Sancho to privately, talk to him. He's grateful for it every hour that he lives. He's every breath he
Hmm.
takes, he's grateful for that. But I do reach out to subscribers. Subscribers reach out to me and we talk. My mods. It's a great way for all my mods to kind of touch base with me on a consistent basis. And
Somebody need to fix this Discord so it ain't so fucking confusing.
your Discord?
Yours.
You're the king of Discord, my guy. So whatever you need me to do, I'm open ears.
I'm guessing now the new celebration date is October 13th,
Right.
which is unfortunate.
Well, the frustrating thing with me, with that person, is he's dead to me. I did a eulogy. I did a funeral.
Yeah, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Great job, Sancho. Great job, Sancho.
If you've noticed since the funeral, I haven't mentioned him at all for the past two shows.
No, but
Because
your panel does, and you respond because
he's a ghost.
there's like so much
Yeah,
to fucking work with.
Yeah, wait a minute.
What you get from him.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
wait a
fuck,
minute.
the dude can't stop. The dude cannot stop giving artillery. He can't
He's
fucking do
got
it.
he's got 12 days to e-beg for the $3,050 costs.
Hawk is in the house, everybody. It's
And
Oh,
you
that
know
was
his
what the
minions are gonna fucking for
$3,050
some
was
reason
for.
give that shit to him.
right.
You know he's gonna get that.
I have to admit.
Well, now check
Hey,
your stuff, guys, because
go ahead.
Sorry, guys. I'm saying check your stuff because Discord does mess up and it has been having bugs lately. So make sure you're on the list. If you're supposed to be in Santos Discord, make sure you are actually on the list.
Yeah, Hawk is officially in there again. You're already set up already, because when new people join, I have to give them the permission to do in voice and all that stuff if they, in chat and all that. So
Well, I think I'm there.
yeah, you're in there, Hawk. You were already pre-set up. So, but it said you just showed up. So welcome. Everybody, go to the Discord. I do after party shows sometimes on Discord. I haven't done one, so I might do one in a couple nights. We'll see. Maybe
All
next
right.
week.
Well, I got to jump out. I got to go feed the people that my sister and my nephew. Hey, Sancho, great show.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on 1,000 subs.
Good to hear from you.
Much shout outs, much love to you, yourself, and Murph for reaching out to me in my time of need.
Yep.
Anybody that thinks Sancho is not a good therapist, give him a shot. He can be. But
No.
anyway, y'all have a great night. Love y'all. We'll talk at y'all later.
So CFW, when you coming into Discord?
Yeah, we've been
Dan?
trying to get CFW in Discord. I mean, extra goods in Discord, so it's one step closer to.
I'll try to
CFW.
behave.
Yeah, he's already trying to bribe me for a wrench. He already wants me to pay him $50. He wants to give me 50. So listen, I filled out the monetization application, so don't go there, buddy. I'm just kidding. No, I can't be bought for wrenches. That'll never happen. Someone tried to see Discord for a reason. I think CFW is too paranoid to join Discord. To be honest with you, like every time if you set like notifications to all and you hear that beep noise, it'll freak the fuck out of her. Like thinking that the government's tapped into her phone because she's on Discord now.
You can turn that off.
You think she'll know how to do that?
You turn it off or just put it to your name. If somebody mentions your name, it'll beep.
You can turn it right off.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll know how to do that?
I can show you how to do it.
Discord's very intimidating for anybody new. I can relate.
It's intimidating for me.
Yeah, it's super intimidating. Settings, DMs, all that stuff. So
Matter
where
of
do I
fact, I
go?
can show you right now if need to.
Where do I go? You know.
Here, I'm
What
sharing
are you
on
doing?
screen. I'll share screen it with you.
All right. What are we sharing?
Let me get out of that private.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
You're gonna tell me when it's okay to do that.
Okay.
Sorry, Kev. Your dick just got shown on live stream.
Whoop. Sorry, Kev.
Sorry, Kev. We can barely see it, Kev. So no big deal. This was very
See
small,
where it
Kev.
says notification right there?
All right, I'm gonna share your screen now.
Yep. Go up here. Go up here where your Discord name is, server name is.
Yep.
Go down to where it says notification.
Yep.
Click that. Push that over.
Yep.
Just here.
There
Click
you go.
or nothing before, and just click these over.
Look at this. We've learned this is how crazy life is. Every day life changes. And tonight we've learned more from Odin than we have NJ Diver tonight. And that is absolutely wow.
Do you know how to shut off a notification for each individual channel?
now we're getting competitive now.
You go where it has that bell up on top of the across the bar. You click that, and it'll turn off all the notifications.
For the individual channel that you're in?
Nope. For all of them.
Nope. Well, yeah, depending where you are.
For all of them. Trust me.
Yeah, well, I've got it so I don't have to listen to certain individual channels.
Oh.
Ooh.
Not that he's throwing shots at a certain channel.
Not the entire server, just individual channels.
Yeah.
Trust me, the entire server. Mute it all.
Then why even be a member?
When you get tagged in 20 different channels because people want to be retards, it kind of gets monotonous.
True.
Diver.
Yeah, but I'm talking all notifications from an individual channel.
So let's kind of
the whole server.
So Josiah,
yeah,
I have a revelation to make. I am going to try to no longer use the word retard anymore.
Good luck with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say good luck with that period.
Well, I say it in regards to idiots and stupid people, but I know that word has another stronger, deeper emotional feeling towards mentally disabled people.
Mm-hmm.
And
No handicap.
I am a I'm a very compassionate human person, and I am starting to see the light that that word is. I mean, I'm going to continually say cunt, but I just can't say the R word as much. I'm going to work on not saying it as much. Thoughts?
Um, it is something that you are capable of doing. I don't use the word.
You
Uh,
don't use retarded.
no, I don't
Well,
ever
he
use
can.
the
I
word
can't
retarded.
stop him from saying what he wants to say. I can
No,
tell him it's not okay. I can finger fuck him on Discord, but besides those two things, there's nothing I can do for him saying that.
I don't like the word retarded.
Right.
I
Why?
don't like I don't like the N word. Well, because
That's the
I
most
was a
fascinating
teacher.
thing to hear in this.
I was a teacher. It's something that has been ingrained into me.
Do you know what the word retarded means?
I know.
I don't want to Google the word. I'm trying to work on my problems, and you want me to Google the definition?
Don't don't even go. It doesn't make any difference. It's not a nice word to use. Um, but like the N
Delay,
word, the
delay or
N word
hold
is
back.
not.
So it's delay or hold back in terms of progress, development, or accomplishment.
It's a derisive term.
Yes, but you have to
Guys,
remember, speech is a voluntary action.
right.
Yeah.
I know, and I know I'm jumping to communities. Last night was a prime example with all the new faces we had in the chat last night with the Predator, the Poacher, the community group that came over. I just know that this community is all about freedom of speech and say what you want, but I'm on some like I can't be going after bad people for morals and ethics, and here I am saying the R word.
You
Righteousness.
whatever community or whatever panel you are on,
Right,
you will that's like I don't say the word fuck,
right.
but if I'm around people and if it falls out of my mouth first thing in the morning, there are going to be many more fucks that day. So
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 who
we
in the
should censor speech.
who in the chat? I mean, I'm a channel owner, and I think people look at me for content and opinions and all that, and I just think I might turn some people off by using that word. Southern H, Catnat, Jess, if you're still here, Jess H, if you're still here, let me know what you think in the chat. If you think I should stop using the R word, press 1 if you think I should, press 2 if you think I should not, and it's freedom of speech. I don't know. I just standard wise, I've always used a word to go after stupid people from bad people that are idiots and just stupid people. It's not a medical term or anything like that. I have worked with mentally challenged people in a peer
And
to
you would,
peer in a peer to peer fashion, and I'm able to separate the word from the work I've done working with these amazing individuals, and I just feel I mean I'm not 40, I'm 36. I think the older I get, the more I need to mature to the point where I need to understand that some words carry more substance and are hurtful, and one word at a time, and I think the R word may be a good start.
absolutely, because now we use mentally handicapped, mentally challenged. But when I was young, the medical term was mental retardation.
Right,
So there's a difference. 50 years ago, it was mental retardation.
right,
Now it is not. It's all semantics, but
right.
society changes.
Right, and like I'm on some shit like the bigger this channel gets, the more eyeballs that are going to be on it, and the more that if I use it in a comedic value, which is mostly what I use it in an entertainment value, people are going to start that I really don't like mentally challenged people, etc. And that's something I don't want out there because I love everybody. I love humans. I work with mentally challenged people. I think they're very awesome. They're, you know, very resilient, and I don't want to hurt those people. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that the compassionate side is coming out a lot more. And that word is one of the words. I mean, the C word is also a word that is I don't think is hurtful as because men are cunts as well, in my opinion. You know,
That's
but
a derogatory term.
right, but the R word
It is a
carry
politically charged derogatory term.
it carries more substance,
Yes, yes.
and it can
Except if
turn
you were at a women's conference and used that word, you wouldn't get out alive.
people off.
Yes.
Oh no, you use your speech.
Yeah, but if you're at a women's conference and you're a speaker and you get up there and say, "Well, cunts, this is the way it is," you're
Oh
dead.
my God.
Right.
Oh,
I
I
am.
know
I'm
anybody
gonna
that
work on
can
it.
do that.
I'm gonna work on it, guys, because I don't want to turn people off. And there's gonna be something I do or say that may turn somebody off, but I need to work on the consensus, and the consensus is that word carries some negative connotations, and it could be considered hurtful. And I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to educate and entertain you. I don't want to hurt you. And I need to do a better job with with where this channel's going. To be more aware of that. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes, absolutely. Like tonight on this panel, we had a great discussion. We didn't use the R word, we didn't use the N word, but tonight over on Massholes, that was a totally different situation on Thursdays. It's like open
Right.
conversation and people just spit out their. That's fine, but you know what you're walking into when you walk into Masshole. They
Yeah.
tell you immediately
Right.
what Thursday night is. So everything goes.
It's trash talk.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's trash talk. But you are not a trash talk channel. I mean, you want to, legitimately, base yourself in what your goal is. And if you want to get into having a radio program or whatever, you have to watch what you say.
Well, I did the radio for
Not
15.
unless you're Howard Stern.
I did the radio for 15 plus years on major networks, and I know the naughty words you can't say, but I also love the liberating of YouTube where I can say things that I normally, not
Yeah,
that I normally, that I can't say,
you wouldn't.
that I can't say. Do I, where I'm from, that word is described to describe people that are stupid and dumb, not mentally challenged. But that's where I'm from. That doesn't mean the 49 other fucking states have a different opinion or the same opinion as me. But in my opinion, the consensus is that word carries hurtful ramifications potentially. And I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm not a pussy. I'm not a pussy.
No.
But I don't want to offend. If I know it's a trap and I step in it, I'm an idiot for doing that. And I think the R word is what I look at as something that I need to work on. Listen, tomorrow night you might hear me say it, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to work on not saying it.
It's a circumstance. And I've listened to Odin for a long time. I've listened to NJ Tiger for a long time.
My
I,
condolences.
but I never hear them use those kind of words. They
Well,
don't fall easily.
What?
Odin uses it every night.
The word retard?
Yeah, he uses it every night.
I don't hear you throw it out there that often.
Yes, he does. Are you sure it's Odin you're talking about?
Yeah, I am talking about Odin.
And not Kev, because Kev and Odin can get confused a little bit.
No, I know who Kev is. I know who Odin is. And
I swear like a drunken sailor. I use
No,
the
you
R
don't.
word like a drunken sailor.
He does.
no, you don't.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
yeah, I
He
do.
told him what he does. He
Oh,
does.
yes, he does.
Thank you.
Listen, if we
I've
can,
said bitch. I've said cunt.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Skank.
if we can listen to Josh Abrams or any of the other Glenn Sario
Right.
out there, I mean, Odin doesn't fall into that category.
Right.
It's not every other word out of his mouth.
Okay.
That's what I mean. You are not,
Okay.
you know, like you can go on
Thank you for that.
NL and then News Now, maybe later panel, and I mean, you don't
Right.
know what's going to fall out of their mouths.
Well, it's labeled Drama Dome, and that's
Yeah,
like one of the few times he was on my show. He's like, "Hey, any drama, don't do it on here. Go on my channel." I'm like, "Go ahead, great," because I don't want that. I mean, I catch myself in it on occasion because I'm a human being.
yeah.
But I think the closure that I got after I demolished Abrams kind of made me a little bit more zen person, I guess. I don't know. It's weird to
I think
describe.
he, I think he just smallish you that night.
You just think he what?
He whooped your ass.
You think he would my I think
Yep.
the majority disagrees with that logic.
Well, you
They,
paid them to say that.
yeah, I paid everybody. Yeah. I don't know how I would have any money if I paid everybody to say that because
I don't
but
know how you absolutely said all that when you said you were stoned. I mean,
I was
it just flew out. It was you were so fluent. It was just coming out of your mouth, and it was like one thing. You were pulling everything that he ever said. It was like you had kept score, and you were going to get everything in there.
I didn't get everything in there. I left out so much, like his
Oh,
dad
I'm
not at
sure,
like
but
the
you
COVID
did.
19 thing. I didn't get that in there.
But you
The
got so
sex
much in
tapes.
there.
I didn't go to the sex tapes. I didn't go to the unarmed robbery charge. I didn't even mention his court date that just happened this morning. There was so much things that I didn't get in there. But like, do you think I'm coherent right now?
Did you
Oh
get a
yeah.
copy of his
I'm high.
docket?
I'm high.
Yeah, but you're high. But I mean, I don't. Number one, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Right.
I,
Are
so
you a rabbi?
no, no. But it's like you just don't. I don't know what it is to
No,
experience those things. I don't know what it is
Bless you.
to not
no.
be
I don't
stoned.
smoke by
That's you,
choice,
Diver.
and I don't drink, but maybe once or twice a year if it's a special occasion, mainly because
Diver.
I take two
Diver.
medications that say no alcohol.
Diver.
Right.
Yeah.
That wasn't you for you.
Right.
No, I'm just giving you a
So
comparison.
I tried debating him, but he kept calling me a child rapist, and he got murdered for it. And it was
Abrams, you
128.
can't debate Abrams.
The 28. It was 128 days in the making. So
Yeah.
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute.
you pulled out all stops.
Wait a minute.
12
Josh
more
Abrams called you a
days,
child
only
rapist?
12
he's been calling
more.
me a child rapist for 4 months. And he also
Oh,
says in the same sentence, I don't know who you are. No one knows who you are.
that's
So,
rich. Oh, that's funny coming from him.
right. Well, he's on video stating that he rapes children now too, which is nuts. So, I got what I needed out of him. My closure's there. I'm going to keep the Streamlad stuff out for people who want to, get their facts on the piece of
Oh,
shit,
and I
but
got him. I got him where he said he liked to be fucked in the ass.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
He made some crazy claims that we have on tape to haunt him, but he's going to be going away soon, and I got my closure a little bit earlier than everyone else, and some of the people who came on and did the eulogies got some closure as well.
I
And
think Carolina's was the best.
she did.
When her husband had to come in twice, like, what's wrong? What's going on
That's
here?
how good of an actress she is.
Yeah, you need to take acting classes from her, by the way.
You didn't think my fake crying was fake? Like you didn't think it was real?
I didn't know what to think. I thought you were getting constipated or something.
Oh wow,
Oh God.
Right. And so, stop.
wow,
Well, like I said, I've
wow.
never been a Josh Abrams fan because I really just don't like the way he comes off at people.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I called him a defaming fuck. I mean, did you guys hear the rap song that came out of that? No. All right. I'm gonna play the rap song only.
Wait a minute. I'm taking bets on how long it's going to take for him to just
No, I can't do it.
disappear off of everybody's lips.
I can't do the rap song. Go to my channel if you want to see it. I can't be a fucking hypocrite and play something about him when I'm trying to move. I'm trying to.
That's right.
I got that closure, but I cannot mute or censor anyone on this panel who want to talk about him. You know, I will
In a
do my
few
best
months,
to.
in a few months, he'll be completely forgotten.
Right, Tony the Tyrant. How are you, my guy? Yeah, I mean,
Tony.
it's it's something that I think everyone needs to move on from.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, it's been an interesting evening, gentlemen.
me as well.
Thank you
You as
for
well.
the topic and the discussion, and you all have a good night, as I'm going
Hawk,
to bed.
you as well. You are the greatest. Open door invite as usual. I love having you on. I love our conversations.
Thank you
Um,
very much.
Hawk, what's up, my
Yes, sir.
guy? Is there anything you want to plug before I wrap up?
Uh, just everybody just watch your rear end when you're online. There's nothing else that I can say. I mean, if anything you've learned this evening, you've got to realize, not very rarely can you stop anybody from coming at you if they really want to. Most you can do is make sure you put out as minimal information as possible.
Careful of Hawk when he likes to get people from behind.
Right. I've heard that. I've heard the way he does it too, where he throws something on the floor like a cupcake or a Twinkie, and then you reach for it and he got you.
Heck no, with those news, I just had to throw a bottle of Jeff on the floor.
I thought he was gonna say, "Heck no, Twinkies on the floor is Twinkie abuse." No
I don't
reason.
care for him. He
No
can he
reason.
can have the Twinkie.
You don't like the chocolate covered Twinkies?
I don't even like Twinkies at the carnival where they fry them.
All right, so Saturday night I'm gonna do a weed stream this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. This is gonna be Smoke Saturday or Smoke Sunday.
Is
Uh,
it legal in your state?
yeah, I have a medical card.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a medical card. Tomorrow night I won't be doing a stream. I'll be having some fun. But tomorrow during the day, I might do a news stream. So we'll see on that. I know I've said I'm going to do streams and don't do them because I just forget or I just get busy. I admit that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to work on doing a day stream tomorrow and kind of going over the current events and the news, etc. But I'm doing a smoke stream. Bucket Boy has been answering.
Hey,
Yep.
Santos, be careful where you throw that smoke. I'm having pulled pork this weekend.
Santos. Between Sanchez and Santos, you are the two people who purposely fucked my name up. Seriously, we're live with two people who are gotten very competitive tonight, but at the end of it, they call me Sanchez and Santos. So I got a call from Bucket earlier. And he goes, "Hey Sancho, you really think Joe Cool can outsmoke me?" This has been bothering him since he went away for 30 days. The thought of Joe Cool outsmoking Bucket Boy has incensed Bucket Boy.
I think Joe Cool could.
Has absolutely incensed Bucket Boy. I will tell you, I have caught, like, the later we go with Joe, the more fucking faded he gets. And I've seen him on my show pet himself 832 times within like 3 minutes because he's gone. Like he needs to get shaken and revitalized because he's gone. He's faded away. Bucket, you can tell when Bucket gets a little too high on the stream. I don't know.
Speed talks.
I think what if we do the Weed Olympics or something like that, where
There you go.
like
Wait
everyone
a
on.
minute, you got one more person you got to get involved in that. That's Donkey.
All
Oh,
right,
boy.
let's get an invite out to the weed, to the potheads. Let's do a weed panel. We'll talk about the strains, sativas, our favorite strains, etc. I think that'd be really cool. I'm a huge advocate for marijuana. I'm a huge advocate for, for the children and going against predators and bad people. I'm a huge advocate for the First Amendment, for laws, and for if you're a law-abiding citizen, you're doing nothing wrong. I
Yeah,
love
well,
animals. I love animals. I love people who love Alaska. So
yes,
yeah.
Sanchez. I went. Yeah, sorry. I went by the closest dispensary to my abode today.
Okay.
It just opened up recently.
Busy?
Did you
Nope,
did you get
nobody
high?
in front of it.
Did you get high?
Or did you just drive by it?
I just it.
You just drove by it.
So he was sniffing the air to get high.
He put his nose up in the other.
I've been past the New Jersey Weed Man's place right across the street from the Trenton Municipal Building.
He was he was he was like a dog who smells pollen in the air, like sniffing, 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 sniffing.
Diver, that explains a lot. On those days you kind of get loopy.
No, I've never. Well,
Have
I
you ever
can't.
dabbled?
Nope. I can't say that I haven't inhaled because I've been at parties where people were smoking, but I've never inhaled from a whatever you want to call it, cigarette or what have you. I have passed one, but I've never took.
Wow.
Yeah, just don't be
But he
like
floats
Clinton
it out
here.
of the air.
I've never done cocaine before. I've never done heroin. I've never done any serious drugs besides marijuana. That's not
Neither
even a
have I.
serious drug. That's not even a serious drug.
I've never had a problem with marijuana. It's
I did shrooms once, but it wasn't like there was like.
Well, it is on the New Jersey ballot
Wait, was
this
it
year.
shrooms? No, it's not shrooms. I didn't do shrooms. Correction. I forget what it was now.
legalization.
I don't know. I haven't gotten mine yet, but I know it's on there because my in-laws got theirs and sent it back already.
Hey, Diver, you might know about this. Are they trying to do a pot bill federally?
Right.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well,
Hey,
fine.
Odin, can you do me
You
a
can
favor,
do it.
Odin?
What's that?
There's
Can you look in that chat? I don't think that's Odin in USA. That's somebody fucking with me. I know that is.
Where at?
12:16 a.m. in the chat. I know that's not that person. They're fucking with me.
And Discord or here?
Here, YouTube. He wouldn't be anywhere near me. I can tell you that right now. I have low tolerance for racists.
you actually get time slot.
Would you
You
call
gotta
me a
set
slut? Yes, that is.
12 what?
This motherfucker right here, I do not think is him. I have a good idea who that is, and they're trying to fuck with me, and it ain't gonna work. But they got my reaction, they got my attention, so they kind of won. Fuck off. But I know it's not him. So yeah, I need to wrap up. I need to put this deal, to bed, and potentially get ready for a day stream tomorrow where we'll go over current events and what the fuck is happening around us. So thank you again for getting me to 1,000 subs, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please tell a friend about El Sancho. And I really appreciate the support. And we will potentially, yep. Anybody? No? You good?
Yeah, we know why you're getting off early. You want to go listen to Rex's son.
What?
No, he wants to go play with an H.
Yeah.
No, that too. Yeah, well, that too. But no, supposedly Beware Mouse's son is
Play
today
with an
tonight at
H.
1 a.m. Eastern Time.
He wants to go play Sticky Dicky with a person.
Wow.
NJ didn't get what you meant about H.
I know what he said.
just.
I know.
Oh yeah, so you don't know.
He wants to play Hide the Rainbow.
Yeah. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to. Any of you have a channel besides Odin? Please subscribe to Odin, everybody. Can we get Odin's link in the chat before I wrap up? I did have your link, but your description right now is who the flying fuck is Odin. So I gotta change that right now for closure. So
Yeah, if Mouse doesn't know about it, he's deaf.
yeah, I don't follow Mouse anymore after what I did to him either.
Mouse is
Well,
blocked.
do you know the latest? He's about to be evicted.
Yeah. I mean, he's a piece of shit scumbag who shouldn't be breathing. I mean, what are we doing
There
here?
you go.
You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here?
Worst of it is somebody offered him money for that wreck of a house. Yeah.
Thanks,
The,
Cyber and H.
Southern
Motorhome.
H. Southern H loves to do the command, so I'll give you the privilege, Southern H, of I did your channel. Do the command for Odin one more time. Randy or Southern H. It's a different one now. He has a new one. You have a new special command, Odin. You see how close I'm getting to? Hold on. I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna have Southern H email me some more commands you want me to do. Oh wait. What an idiot. I'm an idiot. I didn't plug the channel.
There you go.
That's kind of important to plug the channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of important. All right, one more time, Southern H. Do it one more time. Yeah, that's kind of important to plug the channel. Go back, Taze. Go back and figure. Check that stream out. We had a good mega panel on Mouse, Flathead, Teresa, etc. We're on there. Yep, like Desert Sentinel. They all put all the work in, and I was grateful to have the platform to get that word out again. And yeah, I mean, he's a piece of shit. So here it is. This is much better now. Who the flying fuck is Odin? Please subscribe and help me find out. So there's your link. Hop in Discord, plug your channel whenever you want. I want everyone to like, share, and subscribe to Odin. I want everyone, when they see NJ Diver on a panel, to tell them to go fuck off, and everyone have a great night.
Yeah, good night, guys. Jesus Christ, that's loud.